I don't have classy stuff about me, you know? Welcome back to another episode of Reality Court. My name is Ace Fanning, and I am back from my paternity leave, I think. I don't know for sure.
Maternity.
I don't really know exactly if... Paternity. People were very upset with us calling it maternity leave.
Oh,
They're very
why are
upset.
people getting so upset?
Yes.
I mean,
Everyone's round up. Everyone's on the rag right now.
I really do think
Guys,
so.
someone who's not on the rag right now, mainly because of menopause, guys.
Boy, I've missed you. I have missed you. I swear to God. Up to now, everything's been so dignified and everybody's so polite to each other and whatever. And it's like, somebody insult me.
Guys, Anna Quincoces, former Real Housewife of Miami and my favorite Miami housewife of all time. How are you
Favorite
today,
old
beautiful?
person. I am good.
That was pretty funny.
I have missed you so much. Seriously. And,
Can't.
you were making beautiful babies.
You know, everyone that you had was so great. I know that some of the hosts didn't go over as well, but
Yeah,
overall, I
know.
think that you did a really good job.
Oh, good.
I'm excited to be here. I'm very excited to be here, but unfortunately, I do have some bad news.
Oh, no.
I felt like this finale kind of sucked.
Did you?
Yeah. I feel like we should not have gone on the cruise.
Yeah.
And we should not, we should have ended it whatever was right before the cruise. Like, that's where the season should have ended, because now we have Larsa being like, who do you guys think wrote that on Adriana's cake? This is really mean. So, Anna,
Yes.
let's get into this. Okay?
We're disappointed. Yeah,
I am disappointed by the finale. I just felt like the drama that we've gotten used to, especially I think having Salt Lake just start this week and then going to Miami and then being like, this isn't it.
I thought for me, it was only because I already knew that whole entrapment thing that Marisol had done to Adriana. And
Yeah.
so but otherwise, that and when Adriana, well, let's get into it. Let's start from the beginning. We start
Season
with
7, episode 17.
17.
I
the
didn't write down
finale.
the title of the episode, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
The shitty, the shitty finale that is not up to par. But whatever.
So we start off at Marisol's Christmas party, and I have to ask you, what is this? Is this a marketing thing? I'm so confused by what it actually is, not what she's saying it is on the surface.
No, it is. She called everybody that she knows so that in a way, it's marketing to give a bunch of free shit in exchange for being featured on television, and also a way that she can stay in the good graces of the producers. Like, I get you parties, I get you gifts, I get you, all that stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what she does. Yeah. This is her value in the production. So I think, that's what she did.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I guess that makes kind of sense,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's fine. Listen, I would have liked to, not with her if she wasn't there, but I would have liked that party. It was like a lot of nice gifts and stuff. I thought it was
I
nice.
was cracking up when Gertie was like, girl, I got to get as many free things as I possibly can right now. It was so funny to me. To me, that was Gertie comedy. And Larsa coming in and being like, oh, it was so comedy. It was comedy, man. It's comedy.
I got to say, of all the things Gertie has done, it's very hard for me to defend that one.
Oh my God. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, why is it that people don't always understand you and I? And when people get so upset with me for thinking that the Adriana thing was not a big deal on the cake, I think it's generational. I really do. I feel like my age people, when we're older and people I just don't feel like we're going to be offended by someone doing a math problem on our birthday cake.
Oh, I would never get offended by that. Never
that's
in
good.
a million years. I don't care
That's
about
good.
that. It just reminded me when people are rude to waiters, which is a huge pet peeve of mine. Yeah.
I didn't love how she was telling them like, hurry, take this off, take that off. But I did find it funny when she was like, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to get as much free shit as possible.
Yeah.
And that killed me. And I love Larsa being like, Gertie, we don't act like that. What are you doing, Gertie? Seriously, you need to be better.
Was there a time limit?
No, but I think she's just like, I don't want to run. These vendors might run out of free shit.
Oh.
I got to hit them all up. And I love that. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
That was like one time where I feel like Gertie really made me laugh out loud.
No, she's funny. She has funny things that she does. But yes, I felt that way about it as well. And then, of course, Alexia wasn't there because the one time they didn't connect,
Right.
And she reassured us in her interview, but she's still my bestie. We know, a.k.a. Cash Cow.
Do we think that there was something more there?
No.
It was just a scheduling thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It just seems kind of stupid. I feel like I get it because Alexia's now broke without him, and she's like, I got to start my business back up.
Right, but how do you abandon your business for a year?
Right.
I'm sorry. Listen, we all face challenges in our life. I mean, I've gone through, and you have gone through some major, tragic things, not just some narcissist dumping me, okay? And the show must go on. What are you going to do? And I'm not talking about this show. I'm talking about work. Like, I still have to deal with my distributors and my manufacturer, and you still have to do your stuff. And taking a year off is insane.
Yeah. I felt like when we were back, I feel like when we first got introduced to the nail salon in the first season back, it felt beautiful. It felt nice. It felt clean. And now I feel like we went back and I was like, oh, this feels stale. This feels like it's been dead.
It's always empty. I hear it's always empty.
Yeah. I mean, I would get my nails done there. My next manicure,
if I was friends
pedicure.
with her, I would go, to support, even though it was far shit from me. But I don't know that they all go.
No. Do you know what? This will come as a shock to everyone who's under the impression that I'm a gay man. I have the worst nails you'll ever see in your life. I peel them off and they're so low. And my wife is always so disgusted.
The layers of it?
I peel off like the top of my nail.
Oh, the cuticle.
I don't know what it's called. No, I don't know idea what it's called. But I don't bite my nails. I just pull them. I'm just
like a man. Like a man.
Yeah, like a man does. Hell yeah, brother.
So listen, I will say this, and I do not like Marisol, and I don't ever want to give her a compliment. However, I love Christmas. Nothing makes me happier in the world than Christmas. And seeing Marisol's Christmas hat brought me a lot of joy.
I liked it too. I thought it was funny. I thought it was cute. I thought it was a great party.
I love that everyone showed up looking like to the nines, and she was like, put on your fucking pajamas.
Well, because she had to promote whoever made the pajamas. But it was cute. It was a cute idea. It was fun,
Yeah.
I think it was a fun thing.
But do you feel like Marisol? Do you feel like Marisol's the kind of person though who's constantly just like hitting you up for stuff?
Yeah, it's constant. It's constant.
Yeah. I don't like that.
There's an angle. She's always wants something, the connections, and like it's like an addiction to that. But, maybe it's just an occupational hazard because she was in PR for so many years.
I guess. It's annoying to me.
It is annoying.
So at Alexia's happy hour nail salon, which I was just kind of like, how much is it to normally get your nails done? What's the happy hour version of this?
I don't know. 20
I'm just like, is it, we get $10 off? Like we're doing a whole event to get $10 off. I mean, it felt like something that could have easily been rescheduled. It felt like something that wasn't all that pressing to be doing.
I think it was, it was a celebration of the season happy hour.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
So I think that, people were there and she was probably giving away free treatment or free whatever it is, I assume.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a holiday spirit kind of thing.
Do you ever get waxed?
Listen, I have lasered certain areas.
Yeah.
But I have, but like not lately.
I didn't know, like, sometimes, like, you can get waxed at a nail salon.
Yeah. And
I didn't
over
know
there
that.
they do eyelash extensions and tanning.
Oh,
and
wow.
Do you see this, Ace? You know what I did?
I was actually, that's so weird you say that. I was looking at that and I'm like, how have I never noticed that on her arm before?
No, this is new, and I have it like everywhere because last night I got this like thing called Dr. Pen microneedling pen.
Okay.
Right, that you do at home.
Oh,
and
God.
then my arms have been like so dry and like I don't know, it's not like crepe.
So you thought I'm going to drag a needle across them.
Right. Well, so they told me that would be the best thing to do.
Okay.
So Ken hasn't been here, so I can't sleep, and I've been taking gummies. But there'll be
God.
another gummy story later. And I took it, and then I started doing that, and I didn't realize the pain felt soothing. I don't know. Is that what people
I know
do when
exactly what you mean.
Is that like what people do when they cut themselves?
Oh God.
No,
Okay.
no, because Ace, I could tell that I was hurting. By the way, this is covered. This is with some. It's horrible.
Okay.
I couldn't stop, and it started feeling like nice. Isn't it weird? Am I completely nuts?
First of all, let me clarify this for you really quick. So, trigger warning to anybody listening. I used to self-harm in high school. And what it was for me, and I can't speak for everybody, is just, it wasn't a fun sensation. It never felt good, but it was
control.
No. It was like you have all this stuff building up inside of you, and then you're just like, you need an outlet, and this thing is an outlet, and it's almost kind of like an ejaculation, but like of your depression. But then what happens is immediately after, you're flooded with like guilt and shame and all that. It's not fun. It's like the worst.
And does it hurt?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, well, I didn't feel pain. I was enjoying this shit. Knowing that I'm talking about needle, all over the place, all over, like everywhere, my neck, my face, like what the fuck? I couldn't stop. Anyway, sorry for the segue, guys, but I just wanted you to know.
No, I appreciate that. I was wondering
crazy
about it.
I am.
I thought you burned yourself.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
But hey,
I'm glad.
maybe
I'm glad you
collagen
didn't.
will flood the area and it'll rejuvenate everything. I'll keep you guys posted.
That, or you're just going to have a ton of scars, whatever. It's fine.
Okay. I don't think so. What did you think about Peter?
I just feel like every time Peter walks into a room, I smell him before I see him. You know what I mean?
What does that mean?
I just mean that, like, he always looks like he's like, oh, I took a shower last week.
Oh,
He
okay.
always looks like maybe he's putting some Axe body spray over the top, but you smell him,
Yeah.
You smell him when he's coming. You're like, is
Do you
Peter
think he
here?
smells like scrotum?
Not necessarily scrotum, and I'm not even saying like that, in and out onion BO type of situation. I'm just saying that, like, there's a stank to him. Like, when people go outside and they do a bunch of like hard work and they get sweaty,
Yeah.
and they kind of smell like metallic-y. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that.
I
It's
hate
just
that sun smell. It's like an
Oh, it's the
oily
worst.
thing.
Yeah. It's the worst. That's what I think he smells like. I just always feel like he looks disheveled. I feel like he always went to like a Goodwill and they were like, hey, we'll dress you for your job interview. And then he shows up at Alexia's event.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he spends a ton of money on clothes. My issue with him is that he's so low energy.
Yes.
It's like,
He just feels like there's nothing left to give.
right.
Like it always feels like I'm like, oh, did you just wake up for a nap or do you need a nap?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two things can be true. And he had a girlfriend. I just wanted to go run. Head for
Do
the
you think,
chopper.
like, when you see really the plane, when you see people like that who are so low energy, what do you think it's like having sex with them?
Oh God, I don't even think about it. I honestly avoid people that don't know how to communicate with words.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like, it's just something that
Anna, I can remember being in like 5th grade and trying to think about what my teachers looked like having sex. Like I've always been this nasty person, like,
Really?
What do you mean you don't think about that?
No, I don't think about that. To me, if somebody can't use their words, it's a non-starter. I just disregard them.
I know, but you don't go out and you see like weird looking couples, like
yeah, of course.
a woman who's built like Arnold Schwarzenegger with a guy who looks like Danny DeVito.
My God, of course. I've seen some funny commercials like that I'm wondering, what is happening?
How
there?
do you have sex? What is it like in here?
Yeah,
that's what I always think about.
Of course, I think about that.
Okay, well that's
just
what I was saying.
With Peter. Just
okay,
not with Peter.
That's fine. Maybe it's too close to the sun for you.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. He was just like, she said, I wanted to protect you. He goes, I don't care. And I think that is, in fact, true.
I honestly feel like Frankie doesn't give a fuck either, but she's trying to milk that.
Right. I honestly, I have to tell you that I believe Todd when he said that Frankie wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I do too.
That.
Yeah.
Because it's just, and so I don't like the fact that they're doubling down on that, and Peter saying, well, what about Frankie? Like to kind of like keeping that top of mind so that everybody hates Todd and is on her side,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then I think poor Frankie's like, what are you talking about? Where was I? Like to have somebody that has special needs and get them to lie or not. The whole thing, I don't like it. So
yeah. I tell you something that's really sad though.
What?
When we were at Marisol's party and Stephanie came in and she's trying to sit on another old man's lap. Like, what's her husband's name?
Masood. She's trying to sit on, some old man's lap again. And she's like, last year I asked for friends and this year I got it. I'm like, that's so sad. You literally sad.
and these women aren't your friends, but what's sad is you think they are. These are your castmates. These are people who work with you.
Yeah. She's very excited about the friend thing. I don't think it's fake. I think she's genuinely excited about having these friends.
Oh, I
really
think so
do.
too.
Yeah.
But it's sad because it's like they're not your friends.
What did you think? There was a part where Adriana was talking about, the whole thing that happened at the art gallery. And she said, like, the good old days. Remember, Marisol, when I had my art gallery? And she kind of hugged her and was really sweet. And Marisol pretended to do that and then, like, rolled her eyes at everyone else.
I will say I kind of resonate with that because I feel like I do that too. I'm such a fake bitch to people's face, but behind their back. I feel like I would be someone like I would have great confessionals, but I would not deliver during the time because I'd be fake bitch.
I don't know. I just look, if you don't like her and you want nothing to do with her and you were, you just want her off the show, which she does, then just say it. Say it.
It came out that they were talking about, cutting some of the cast out. And they had said that apparently word on the street is that Gertie, Kiki, Julia, was Adriana on that list?
Yes.
And Adriana are all potentially could be cut. And I just go back to why do we need Marisol?
Because she was the first one to get the contract. I am telling you, there's no rhyme or reason. It is her relationship with the producers, and they can't let her go. And look, she provides certain things. Number one, she is Alexia's best friend. She's won awards for this. And she also gets some, things like that party, events, places to film, all that stuff. They like her,
I just feel like she doesn't bring that much and we don't need her, and I'd be totally fine without her.
Well, I think most people feel that way, but they're never going to get rid of her. It's never
Purveyors of pop, how about you listen to us?
Never. It's never going to happen.
Oh my God. Can I tell you, I don't remember, was it this episode or last episode when Gertie was talking to her husband and they were talking about what animals they look like? And and they didn't think this was that funny, but I thought it was so funny when he said that his son looks like a greyhound. I don't want to be called a greyhound.
So funny.
That's like that was the meanest thing. But and Gertie was like, "Ooh, you're so right. That's so good. You're so smart, Russell." And I was just like, "Don't ever fucking call me a greyhound." My wife told me years ago that I look like a meerkat, like Timon from The Lion King, and I've never forgiven her for it. Still to this day.
My ex-husband to this day says I'm a T-Rex because he says I have short arms, and he's like, "Oh, really? T-Rex." It's like I have normal arms. I think.
Yeah, I didn't. When I met you in person, I didn't think that. I
don't know why he said that. He always says it, and anytime there's a meme with a T-Rex, he'll send it to me.
Oh wow. Well, you know what? At least you're.
At least he remembers
coexisting. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so we go to Julia's adoption event. Now, did I catch what this was really for? No. But what I did catch was my girl Kiki saying that she is very attracted to Martina.
Look, I know you think everything Kiki does is cute, but that's very disrespectful, Ace.
What?
What she was doing with Martina. It's disrespectful.
Okay. If Ken was here right now and I said, "Damn, your titties look good," is that disrespectful?
No, but I think she says, like, I think she's attracted to me, too.
Well, I mean, you're
different.
attracted to me. Look at this body.
I don't know. I didn't like it. I found it a little bit disrespectful, but I generally don't like Kiki. She rubs me the wrong way, so maybe it's just
I don't think that Julia puts out for Martina anymore. I think that Martina is just like, remember Anna Nicole Smith had to like have that husband she pushed around?
Yeah.
That's where I feel like we're at with Martina.
No, she's not old. She's not that old. I actually...
No, but it's just like the vibe they're giving off is I feel like
they're
Martina's
roommates.
Like, yes,
They're
very
roommates.
much so.
But Martina
there's
has fallen in love with those little boys. You see
Yes,
it.
I do think that. I do see that. Am I a Martina fan? No, but...
You know what those little boys are for, in my opinion, allegedly. If they have those kids, and Martina doesn't have any offspring of her own, the inheritance goes to the kids. If something happens tomorrow, child support. Based on the standard to which you have become accustomed. I hate to say they're a paycheck, but I think they might be a paycheck.
Oh, that's sad. I don't want to think of kids as pawns. That's sad. But
no, Martina loves them. I think she's really. I think she's the primary caretaker.
Oh, for
Julia
sure.
Is now saying she's going back to school for opera. What did you think of the singing?
The opera singing, to me, is the most annoying aspect of Julia's personality right now. You're not... Like, first of all, opera is something that people, like, train for years and years and years and years. You did 1 weekend at a fucking Holiday Inn with some voice coach, and now you think that you are an opera star. And I thought it was like a one-off, like, oh, let me sing for my wife, and, it was disgusting and it was cringe to watch, but it's like one time. Now we're doing it at an event.
At an event, and she really... Listen, my daughter, Guerdy, sings, and she studied opera.
Same.
She had to study opera.
Same.
And I could sing it better than Julia.
Oh, that's a claim. That's a claim. Because we've heard you
sing. Want me to sing?
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, mio bambino caro.
It wasn't bad, actually. At least I think. I don't know. I don't know how opera's supposed to sound.
It's terrible, but hers is terrible too.
Figaro, 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 Figaro. I don't know any opera songs.
Oh, I know everything about opera because my
really
crazy. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Like everything. Too much.
Oh my God, I don't know shit about opera. I am not cultured.
Now
all.
I like it. So, why do you think? I hope you caught this. Marisol burst into tears.
When did she burst into tears?
When Julia was singing and she had to put her head behind Alexia.
Oh, probably because she was laughing.
No, she was crying.
Oh,
It
why?
moved her. I don't know. For example, my dad was so into opera that there's certain arias that if they're playing somewhere, I will start crying. But I grew up with, that was like a huge part of my life. We grew up with this, my brother and I called it screaming, fat lady screaming, you know?
Yeah.
Now we both love it, but we hated it growing up. And so it brings up emotion because my dad had Alzheimer's and he didn't know who I was. And towards the end, I would put, you know, headphones on him and play his favorite arias. And he would come alive.
That's so
Like,
sad.
he had beautiful blue eyes and he would like look at me like, yeah, I know this. I love this. Yeah.
That's so sweet and sad and so many emotions. You know, my grandpa, before he died, just let me know I was a disappointment to him. So.
Oh, man.
And he knew who I was. And he was like, you're such a disappointment.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Wow, Anna, that's very sweet.
I know.
I'm glad you shared
It's
that with us. That's
It's
very
sweet,
sweet.
because it's true. Like, if you ever know anybody that has dementia, they may not remember anything, but they remember music that was special to them. So anyway, maybe it was something like that.
I wonder, like, one day when I'm old, let's say I have dementia, and, you know, people they're like, oh, play his favorite aria, you know, play his favorite music. And it's like, oh,
I like
okay,
big
we're gonna-
butts and I cannot lie.
well, I was thinking more work from home, Fifth Harmony, you know, like, we ain't got to go to work. You know, I was just, I don't have classy stuff about me, you know?
Well, but it doesn't have to be classic. It could just be any music that you like.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, what you just created was a beautiful scene from a movie. You're there, you put the earpiece in, he lights up, you know? My
It was
story,
a Walkman.
a Walkman. My story is my kids come in. First of all, Louie probably like kicks me, you know, because she's always
For
bullying
sure.
me. And then it's like, oh, we should probably play Dad's favorite song. And it's like, Havana, Unana. Half
Perfect.
of my heart
Perfect.
is in Havana, Unana. Yeah.
Listen, for me, it was a nightmare growing up with my dad playing opera constantly. There was a music room in my house, this tiny room, and it was constant. So, but something stuck, you know.
Wow.
That's all it was. But, you
I
know,
think it's a beautiful story.
thank you.
I pictured it in my head, and I thought
Did you?
that's a beautiful scene. And
It was.
I could never have that.
Yeah. So, but the point is that that's why I cry when I hear certain arias, and maybe that reminded her of something.
That reminds her of her non-waspy background.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
So Adriana, unfortunately, could not make it to this event because, guys, she has to practice for her big show. And I know you love Adriana. I know you're friends. You know, I know that maybe
Well,
one day
she's
she'll
not
come on the
talking to me.
podcast.
She hasn't talked to me in a while.
Oh, okay.
I think they told her don't talk to her.
Okay. Well, listen, I know that maybe some point she might end up on this podcast, and I will obviously take all of this back.
Right.
I'm wondering, what did we do during practice? Because when we got to the final performance, what was that?
I love my dog.
I was just like, what the fuck? And when she did sing her songs, like, what is the Miami's on fire? It was like there was nothing to it whatsoever. Talk about zero stage presence. You know, if you were to take Brian
small.
Koberger and put him out on a stage and ask him to sing a little medley, I feel like he would have more stage presence than Adriana did on this
She's
performance.
very small too, and there were no lights on her. Did you notice that? It was weird.
No, but I was just trying to like stay awake for the performance. It was so bad. It was not a great moment for her,
It wasn't.
unfortunately.
Good. It wasn't good.
But that's why she can't come. Listen, I have all these backup dancers, and I'm like, well, thank God you had the backup dancers to help distract from you. because you
I
didn't
just
bring
thought
it.
like they were laughing at her, and Larsa especially was whatever. And then when she comes out, she goes, "You were amazing. That was incredible."
It's very Regina George, you know.
It's so
Oh my God, I love
neat.
that skirt. Oh, vintage, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And that's who Larsa is, though. Larsa is somebody who is the definition of a mean girl. There's nothing exciting about Larsa. I think that she's got total meat face. She's starting to look
Meat
like
face.
Mama Elsa.
Meat face. You're right. But you know what? Kiki is
Hmm.
also a mean girl because she sits Adriana down and she says, "You're so beautiful for your age." I mean, like, this woman has spilled her heart and soul about the insecurities she feels about being older. It's not funny, Ace. It's not funny.
I just think that what's funny is I think that genuinely Kiki was coming from a good place and it just didn't land well.
She should have just stopped there. Like, she should have stopped. You're such a beautiful woman for your age. It's
For
like,
your age. Anna, I want you to know when I tell you that you've got great tits, it's not for your age. I'm talking across the board.
Good.
Across the board,
Thank
great
you.
tits.
Good to
You're
know.
welcome.
Good to
You're
know.
welcome. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell
Ken's a lucky
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Locker room talk.
What
So
did you
we
think
go
of
to
I Love My Dog, though?
what I don't understand what that was. Where did this come from? Why is this
Beethoven.
happening?
Beethoven.
I was just like, this is so fucking weird. And to end on that song, you want to end on a song that everyone knows.
Right.
You know, you want to end with something that's like, oh, yeah, like let's all go out on a bang. Instead, she's like, I love my dog. I love my dog. I love my dog. I'm like shimmying around the stage. And I just thought, this is a lot.
It's a lot.
This is a lot going
It
on
is
right
a lot.
now.
I just, you know what I felt? I felt that Stephanie was so nice to put all that together. You know, I'm not saying anything, but she was so enthusiastic. You know, like giving Kiki her own drink and creating this space for Adriana to perform
Yeah.
her craft.
Well, you know, she's a businesswoman.
Yeah.
She is quite the businesswoman. I actually think I got a sneak peek at Forbes Top 100 list. She's number 1 this year.
Is she
Yes. She's number 1 this year.
really?
And oh yeah,
Finally
she's
made
number
it.
1. Yep. I just feel like I think the thing with Stephanie, and I think this is why I don't feel comfortable with her, is I feel like everything, and not that she has said this and not that she's even done this, it's just how I feel. I feel like later on I'm going to owe her. Like, I feel like,
Oh,
you
and
know,
all
like,
these people are going to.
I just feel like it's going to be like, oh, well, I did that for you. You know,
Yeah.
remember when I let you perform I Love My Dog,
Yeah.
your new hit?
And I gave you a whole like $500, Anastasia. I mean,
Yes.
come on, Stephanie, send me one of those, and I'll.
And it's not necessarily like, I don't feel like she would be like, oh, you need to do this for me because I did this for you. But it would be like, let's say you're at a dinner with friends, okay? And there's a lot of people there and you show up and your makeup looks good. And she's like, oh, is that from the Anastasia Beverly Hills package I gave you? And it's like,
for sure.
shut up.
Ace,
I hate that.
Ace, you
I
could have
hate
been a
that.
girl. You could have been a girl.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
my God.
Listen, of my I have 5 older sisters. I'm the most girly of us all. Absolutely.
That's exactly what a woman would do.
Yes, and it's so fucking annoying. I hate that so much because it's just like, oh, now I have to be like, oh yes, you were so great to give me that beautiful gift. Thank you. I don't like gifts for that exact reason.
Well,
I always feel like I have to like.
I want
now
one of
I
those
owe
boxes.
someone.
I'm just telling you, I want one of those boxes.
You know
So,
what I've been watching?
What?
I've fallen down this rabbit hole on Facebook of all places. I'm watching people do wedding makeup. And I don't know what it is. For a long time, I was watching people do hair. Like I was watching these
hair,
women like
yeah.
color hair, cut, do all this stuff. A couple years ago, I actually got on like I just become fixated on these things. But a couple years ago, I was learning how to do the black women's hair and like all the different things that they do, and I was learning the different types. And then I moved on to like other hair and dyeing, and now I'm on this makeup, and I'm like,
What
I'm
have
going to
you
become a
learned?
makeup
Tell
artist.
me something that you've learned.
Well, so there's a lot of different things. So it's wedding makeup. So it's a little bit more intense, you know, you got to be careful. But what I find so interesting is how much they put so much like concealer. I think it's concealer around their eyes before they do anything else. And I'm like, oh God, that's going to look terrible. But then by the end, it all comes together perfectly. Right. And I'm like, holy shit.
Because you have to layer upon layer.
Also, you have to your contour is going way higher
than it used to. Now,
yes, we're higher up now.
Yeah, it's up here now, and the blush too. So you can lift.
You don't want to do too much blush. You can do some blush.
Do I have too much blush, Ace?
No. You're good. You're
Ace?
good. But it's just you're not getting married right now. When you get married, can I do your makeup?
Yes. No, Ace, yes. Do you understand that the house that we're buying has the back staircase, right? But the kitchen is small for me. And in order to make that space usable, I have to reconfigure it.
Don't say it.
And Ken goes, you can't. Ace wants the staircase. I'm like, I am not, for the maybe once or twice in his life that he comes here, I am not going to have a staircase for him. And
how soon do renovations start?
Like, I'm going to start demo right after the closing.
I got to come to North Carolina. I got to experience your stairs before they're gone.
You can come for the demo. We're going to do some of the demo ourselves.
Oh, God, no. I would probably break something.
Yep, that's the idea.
Well, I know, but I'd break something I'm not supposed to.
Okay, what kind? I'd hate to take us off topic, but
sorry.
How would you do my makeup?
So one thing that I'm noticing a lot of the girls do is we are moving past like a heavier under eyeliner, and we're going more with like a bronzy eyeshadow and using that instead, and kind of like smoking it out towards the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm also, every time that they start putting those like the contouring and the highlight, I'm like, that's gonna look terrible, and it always looks great.
Seriously, Ken told me once, he goes, that's like shape shifting.
Yes.
It's like they look like Lion King.
You know what I'm not going to be good at, though, and you're going to have to do it for yourself. I don't think I'm going to be good at putting lashes on. Every time I watch them, one, from my Wellbutrin, I have shaky fingers. And so it would be like asking Michael J. Fox to do your eyebrows or your eyelashes.
Nice. That is
I know,
so
but
horrible.
That's where, I mean, would you ask him to?
Horrible.
Would you ask him to?
You know, I would.
Then
if
you're
he wants
horrible.
To poke my eye out, it's okay. I think that man is amazing.
But, he's incredible. But I just don't think he should be doing eyelashes.
Okay, so so the eye makeup underneath, not so much eyeliner anymore.
Yes, because you want to lift. You want to lift everything
it's all
up.
Lift.
Yes. Also, I don't think I would be good. When I watch them do the lip liner, I'm like, oh, you got to have a steady hand for that too.
Yeah. But now it's better to put your lipstick on first and then just do a little liner. And only
everyone I saw is still doing liner first.
No, and you're supposed to use like a cool, let's just do a whole lesson here. Where is it?
Okay.
Like a cool color liner. Where's my new Anastasia, actually?
Oh, wow.
Look,
was this gifted to you?
No,
You're welcome.
I bought it. It's like, look, it looks almost brown.
Yeah.
But you only do it here.
Okay.
And then here.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you what. If you eliminate a little bit of space here, it makes you look younger.
Well, have you seen Mary Brown from Sister Wives? She's got about a mile between her nose and her upper lip.
Oh, that's terrible.
You know, it's like, that's why she looks like a Who from Whoville. It's very unfortunate. Yes.
Funny,
Speaking of, Sister Wives comes back this weekend. Also, Special Forces. Wow. Like, it's a lot. It's a time to be alive.
It's a great time to be alive. Okay.
Anna, I didn't even talk to you. Sorry, one last thing before we move on. The Rapture. Did you know that the Rapture was happening?
I just started watching stuff, and what does that mean? Like the end of the world?
So don't quote me because I don't know religion very well. I didn't grow up going to church, but I think it's like when God comes and is like, hey, you guys are the cool ones. Like, let's go up to heaven. And then the rest of us are left behind to stay on earth.
Locusts?
Maybe. I think it's not going to be a good 7 years for us.
Oh, it's 7 years. Okay.
7 years. It's not going to be fun on earth. But I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, okay, well, certain people are going to be gone, which means there's new opportunities out there. You know, like they're going to need people they're going to have to cast for new reality shows. Like there's going to be so much more homes available.
Any of the people on reality shows are going or one of the good people? Or among the group that go first? No.
I guess not.
Maybe you can be a nun or a doctor without borders.
Oh,
none of the things that you're interested in.
I know I'm going to be here. I know that I'm not getting beamed up.
I think I could get beamed up.
Oh, who am I going to have do the podcast with me then?
Beva.
Okay. She's still going to be here.
She will definitely be here.
Okay, let's talk about the Shoma Christmas party. Yeah. What exactly is the point of this? I don't understand what she's doing for her business other than doing a party for the show to show that she has a business and that she's very businessy, doing businessy things. I'm like...
It is customary when you have a business with many employees to have a Christmas party.
But I didn't feel like this was about the employees because why are the Real Housewives of Miami getting the gifts when the employees are probably still having to like take out the trash?
Right. But there were employees there. I know that.
Okay,
for a
but
fact.
they didn't. Did they get the Anastasia Beverly Hills kits?
No, but maybe they got bonuses. Like a bonus check or something. Masood wasn't there.
No.
Which plays into a story that I was told on realitycourtscoop.gmail.com at gmail.com.
Reality Court Scoop information at AOL.yahoo.com.
Yes. Okay. What did you think about? I want to know your opinion.
Okay.
About that whole thing that Marisol did by giving Adriana a word. Okay. So Adriana was very distraught about having said ratchet because she didn't mean anything really terrible by it. She meant miserable.
Right.
Apparently, and I told this story earlier this week, she went to Alexia and Marisol were drinking in the room with Julia, and she went there. This all happened off camera, and she was still distraught about the ratchet thing, right?
Right.
And Marisol said, "Let me help you." And she looked up, she said she decided she was going to find a word because, astigmatism. She was going to find a word to help her.
To replace Ratchet.
To replace Ratchet and really help her. And like she said, you owe me forever. Or she wanted
Here's the thing.
2 years.
I wanted to be on Adriana's side. I really, really did.
You have to be on Adriana's side. That
Let me tell you where I struggled. Let me tell you where I struggled. Is when Adriana came in and was like, I have a best friend who is black. And she does. Am I racist? Tell her I'm not racist. Am I racist? I was just like.
I have to tell you, it's a generational thing. If I didn't have my daughters constantly telling me, remember, you're the age of my kids. You guys know those things are not okay. You know that it's like Gertie said in that scene, Adriana, talk less.
Yes.
My kids have said that to me, talk less. Yeah. And now I get it. You don't, like, black woman to black woman, just stop. But it is a generational thing. It really is.
It was so uncomfortable because I felt like, and it felt like her friend didn't even have the room to say what she really thought because Adriana was like, tell her.
Here's the thing here's where this all comes to a head for me. Kiki is saying that she never accused her of being racist. Now,
Right.
I might put that scene in this part when we edit this, because do you remember when she said Ratchet? Do you remember Kiki's reaction? Her reaction was not as you had called her a shithead. Her reaction was, wow, those are fighting words. I think her reaction told all of us, and you also, that it was a racist comment and that she took it as racist.
I feel like I, as a fat ass middle suburban white guy, don't know.
No, before
whether
you said
Ratchet,
you thought it was racist.
No. I still think, in my experience, I think it's racist. But we've had black women come and say it's not
Right.
racist, and we've had black women come and say it is racist. So I feel like it's up to them to decide. I felt
think
like it was racist, and that was my immediate reaction to it. So I was like, that feels racist to say that
I've
you're
been
Ratchet.
called Ratchet by my daughters so many times in my life I've lost count.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know, but I took it as if it was a racially charged comment because of Kiki's reaction and everyone else around her. So then you
I thought
Adriana,
it before, like as soon as Ratchet left her mouth,
Me too.
I thought that was
Me
bad.
too.
I didn't think anything to do with Kiki's reaction.
No, because her reaction was very no. I thought it was a little bit bad, but really it was Kiki's reaction. So she has been trying to prove that she's not racist, and yes, she did it in a horrible way. But that does not mitigate the fact that Marisol gave her something to then set her up. Okay?
Right.
And because she goes, no, because Pips told me that she said something. We never saw any of that, okay? You're making that up because you want an excuse. It was entrapment, like actual true entrapment. And it shows Marisol's manipulation on display like it has never been seen before. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
I appreciated Kiki being like, I never said you were racist.
No, but she acted as if it was racist.
No.
And then, Ace, there was the montage of all of Adriana's bad things that she's ever said from every season. How come nobody else has ever gotten that treatment? Nobody else has gotten that package. Just one thing after another. Adriana being mean.
Because I feel like Adriana acts as though like I am a woman who's for women, and yet we see her tear down women.
When does she say she's a woman for? Wait a second. Which of these women don't tear each other down?
No, they all do.
Oh
they
my
all
God.
do. Yes.
I honestly, Ace,
Yeah.
I can't with you right now. No, I can't, because this is not even about Adriana. Let's
Right.
not sugarcoat the very real thing of how horrible it is to set somebody up, because it's all part of your master plan. Everything that she does is part of her master plan. I'm going to put a montage together of Marisol and every little nuanced thing that she says that all plays into this game of hers, which is when we get to the end, when I'm going to tell you what happened at the reunion, because it is my thought process from knowing these people, and I know I nailed it. So
do you think in the moment when Marisol told Adriana this, say Wretched,
Yes.
she was already scheming like, oh, I'm going to fuck you over later with this?
1,000%.
Okay.
I have sat next to her on planes for hours and watched this scheming come to life. There's schematics. There is.
No, I'm good with that. We can be on the same page with that.
Yeah. It's not okay.
I just didn't like Adriana pointing to her one black friend and saying,
didn't like any
I'm not
of that
racist.
either. And I discussed that with Kate. I don't like any of that. I agree with you. But we're talking about the situation between them. That was stupid, and she makes mistakes. And look, we saw a preview of the reunion, and she brought yet another gift. Did you see there's a box?
Yes.
You know? I swear
do
to
we
God,
think it
I
is?
wanted Kevin Spacey to come out and go, what, or whatever, Brad Pitt going, what's in the box? Remember from the movie?
Brad Pitt
Yeah,
said
from
this?
the movie Seven.
Oh, I've never seen
What's
that.
in the box? Yeah, because he came with somebody's head in the box and he knew it.
Oh, God.
And whatever. Okay, that's what I just thought about that. Like, what's in the box, Adriana? Why do you have to get up always and do that?
She loves a gimmick.
She does. She does.
It's
And she doesn't
tough.
listen. She doesn't listen.
It's tough, right?
All right.
yeah.
So,
No, I'm good with that. And honestly, I hate Marisol.
good.
Marisol could tell me that she has found, she has solved world hunger.
Mm-hmm.
But because of how I know and things I know about Marisol and what she has done to you, I will always hate her no matter what.
As it should be.
And that's a true friend. Someone who's not going to look inward and say, like, why do I hate this person? It's blind loyalty, baby. That's how we do
it is.
things
And
around
that's
here.
how I feel about it, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
You're
has to
welcome.
be something bad, and that was bad. So either
here
way,
for that.
if I had no predisposition to dislike her as much as I do, which I do, and I've never made a secret of it, I still think it's fucked up what she did.
I think, yes. If you're saying that you think that from the very moment of her offering this to Adriana was just so that she could then reveal it later, yeah, that's super fucked
It's
up.
like little pieces you put together. If she had had a moment with Adriana that she remembered the old Adriana when they were like the three amigas, really,
Yeah.
and they were very close, then you're like, oh, well, maybe she had a moment where it tugged at her heartstrings. But that's not the case, because at her party, when Adriana was trying to hug her and say, remember, Marisol, the good old days? And she went like, yeah. She like did the condescending pat and rolled her eyes. She has a black heart.
I think that a real friend in that situation, if she came to you and was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this, a real friend is going to help you, one, understand what you did, and two, help you to figure out how to make it better.
But not come up
be
with
like,
a scheme, with
yes.
a lie
Yes.
to cover up. This is how she works.
You're
the
right.
fact
Fuck
that
her.
she came up with that tells you
Marisol!
everything you need to know about her.
Yeah.
The fact that that came to her, that was her solution, not
Fuck her.
face a problem with the truth.
Fuck
Okay?
her waspy ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, there's some things that happened at the Shoma Christmas party that did not make it to the final cut.
Yes. Yes.
And I think we should discuss that now.
Let's discuss it. So, at realitycourtscoop at gmail.com
AOL.gmail.info
//
/her dat entertainment. Yes.
somebody, a former employee
Okay.
of Shoma,
Okay.
sent me a video.
Oh.
Now, I don't believe the video proves anything, really, to be honest
Okay.
with you.
Okay.
They told me the video was when there's it's just a lot of circumstantial evidence. So I am sharing this with you guys for entertainment purposes because it was sent to the email. And then I have some other stuff that maybe substantiates it. I spoke to 3 or 4 people that were there. Okay. And they all said that in this video that you're going to see.
So what you're looking at here is a gentleman with a black shirt making his way through the crowd. He finds Stephanie. See, Stephanie's father's right next to her. People are kind of talking about it, trying to figure out what's going on. He tells her something in her ear since it's loud. They continue speaking. He has something in his hand, some papers. Hands them to her. They continue talking, and then she just turns her back.
Okay, so it's hard to see, but you could see the guy kind of making his way through the crowd. But according to people, that was when they said you're being served. They were looking for Masood, allegedly. Masood made himself unavailable because he planned a dinner for the big Shoma Christmas party. That doesn't make sense. So he was, according to these people, evading service of process. Again, I don't know. He wasn't there, and then, of course, they served her. So,
Gotcha.
according to these people. And so this is what the lawsuit was about. Can you put that up, Pat? Okay.
Patrick.
Shoma Bazaar, which is where this, and I'm going to explain this to you in English.
I'm like, God, this is so many words.
Yeah. Shoma Bazaar is a concept that was launched by Masood, which kind of branched out into lifestyle and retail. And it has about 14 food and drink concepts inside, like little kiosks, right? Like burgers, pizza, a bar, that kind of stuff. Sometimes
Like a cafeteria.
Yeah. Well, kind of
But
a
a
little
fancy
nicer.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Okay.
so this lawsuit is against Shoma by the people who work there. The allegation was that managers at Shoma Bazaar, their tips weren't paid. There was unlawful tip confiscation and minimum wage violations. Okay?
Oh.
They were trying to do this as a class action, right? So where it stands now is that the court in September certified the class for purposes and separated two things. So I'm going to tell you what the two things are. One is like the allegation of stealing the tips or
Okay.
lawfully withholding tips. And the other thing is retaliation, which in this case is that he fired these people, unlawful termination. So the unlawful termination has not been settled. But apparently the tip part, just recently, they reached a settlement. I don't think there's been a final disposition on it. And I also think that the part of the retaliation or the unlawful termination, that is still not, the court has not addressed that yet. So there's no final judgment yet. But it turns out that they have settled some of this. So, I just don't understand. There's so many things that they get hit with. And look, I understand that when you have a business, you are also very open to a lot of these things. But I don't know. I don't know. It feels gross to me.
Do you feel like that? Well, one, I'm trying to process everything that you said because this is a lot of words for me. I know that I went to law school, obviously.
You did, I know.
I'm an attorney and everything. But do you think that they were using those little tap things where they say, like, hey, there's a couple questions for you to answer? And then that's where, because I always wonder, like, where does that tip money go? Does it really go to the employees? Because I want a tip if it's going to the struggling college student, but I don't want to give it if it's going to the owner.
Well,
They didn't do shit to get a tip.
The owner. It's not supposed to.
Right, but I'm always wondering, like, with that little tappy tap thing,
Which tappy tap
how do
thing?
they know?
What tappy tap thing?
When you go somewhere and they say, okay, and there's going to be just a couple questions for you, and they turn it around and it's like, do you want to leave a 15, 50, 75% tip? And you're like, oh, you try to hit skip and the skip button doesn't work. And then you try to do custom and 000 doesn't work. So you're just fucked. And you're like, all right, I guess I'll tip 75%. Does that money always go to the employees or is it funneled around?
It's supposed to.
You know what? I will say this.
I don't know.
I believe that Masood is someone that you smell before you see him too, but in a different way.
What do you think he smells like?
Like way too much cologne.
Oh, really?
Way too much. Like the kind where you're just kind of like, oh God. Like, I'm thinking like a Vegas hotel lobby, just like, oh. Or like, no. A jewelry store inside of a Vegas hotel. The people who work there, that's the same scent you get from Masood. It's just like doused in nasty cologne. I mean, that's probably very expensive.
Right. Something like, I don't know if it's expensive, but there's one called Bijan.
Bijan.
Yeah, I feel like that's, either way, yes, people have confirmed to me, I wasn't there, so I can't attest to it, that this was somebody, and if you see him moving through the crowd, kind of getting people aside, because there was a sense of urgency to let her know that this was happening because these people were, needed to serve her. Or maybe that was the process server. I don't know exactly. But the people that provided this, they sent me everything, the complaint and the video.
So when I was watching the video, in the upper right-hand corner, I was fixated because that's where Kiki was. And I was like, God, she really is so fucking hot. I know it's not where my mind is supposed to be, but there is something about this woman that has my nuts in a chokehold.
I mean, whatever. As long as you hate Marisol, I guess I can handle
I
it.
do. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I'm not going to like Kiki, but I'm okay that you like her.
Thank
But
you.
it's not going to come between us.
Okay.
Okay.
The stairs, getting rid of the stairs is going to come between us.
Right. I know. Ken is completely against it. He kept saying.
Thank you, Ken.
Okay, so if there's a way of doing it without that, I will, but
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
met the contractor there. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Recently, Stephanie posted something about, $650 million project that they're doing in Dubai or something like that. That's her focus now. I don't know if it's something she's doing with Carolyn Stanberry because she's a friend of hers and she's very well connected in Dubai. I don't think it's their money. I think it is investors' money. And maybe they'll do better in Dubai than they do here, But what I don't understand is why do they get in this kind of trouble? If your business is thriving, right now I believe they're either there or are going to Paris Fashion Week with the entire glam team. Okay? So to go to Paris Fashion Week, you're going to spend several $100,000 for, and you may not believe this, but yes, there's the plane and the cost of that. All the people that the entourage and the team that need to be put up in hotels, meals, everything else, and then all the fashion she has to buy, because if she's going to Chanel, if she's going to YSL, if she's going to Balenciaga, she's going to be wearing that clothes.
Here's the thing, and this makes so much sense to me now, because how Stephanie was like, oh, I wished for friends last year, and this year I got it. Because Stephanie's friends are all on payroll.
Yeah.
They're all on payroll. And I think now she's like, oh my God, I'm not paying any of these women to be with me. Like, that's crazy. Like, they like me. And it's like, girl, no, they're just doing their job.
Yeah.
That's
and
sad.
even then, she had to give the gifts. And honestly, Stephanie, send me one of those boxes. I'm such a makeup fanatic.
She has your address because she did send you the lawsuit.
Yes,
so.
where you sent the letter or the proposed complaint. That address in Charlotte.
Send me one too, because then I can start my makeup career.
Yeah, and you can practice for my wedding.
Yes, I will probably give up on this fixation in like a month, but
maybe you can get one of those Barbie heads. Babe, I love those.
Yeah. Yes, me and Louie could figure out how to do makeup together.
Why? Louie does makeup?
Well, of course she does.
Oh, Louie! When you said Louie, I was thinking of the other Louie. Okay.
She's got to get on it. I'm also teaching Louie how to do a spray tans. She's gonna be 2 in May. It's like, get it together. You got to start a biz, girl. I want her to grow up to be as successful as Stephanie.
Right.
Forbes #1.
Right, but a little less bragging.
More bragging.
More?
More.
Okay. Anyway, what they told me was exactly what I told you, that the class action part of the lawsuit settled, and they severed the individual retaliation claims into another lawsuit. So this is still ongoing. As they go to Paris Fashion Week and spend $650 million. This isn't the problem that I have with them. If this is in fact true, and you have either the ability to get people to invest $650 million, and you have enough money to go to Paris Fashion Week with your entourage and spend several $100,000, let these poor people keep their fucking tips.
Yeah.
It's a real problem for me, Ace. It's a real
I'm with
problem
you.
for me. If it is in fact true, and based on this, these are the allegations, and they settled, I don't know.
I'm trying to just crowdsource my lunch, Like, can I get a couple of people together to give to my lunch?
This is what I think. You can tell in that video that Stephanie was surprised by that. I don't believe he said, I'm not going, because they're trying to serve me. I don't think she knows any of that stuff. And I don't think that she knows that anybody's tips were taken. I don't think so.
Here's the thing, though. you can't have your cake and eat it too.
No, I
you
know.
can't sit here and tell us that you are a businesswoman who does businesswoman things in business clothes and then be like, well, I didn't know. That's where, like, I'm sorry, and I know this is probably going to ruffle some feathers, but, like, do we really think Erica Jane was asking any sort of questions, whether she
wasn't
thought or
asking
didn't
questions.
think? She didn't ask questions, and she didn't sit there and say, like, oh, I know all about our finances.
But
Stephanie's
people-
not saying that.
I know, but people who have worked there claim that he is first of all, that he's in his office 24/7. He works nonstop. He actually does. He's not out like partying or anything. He is working, but he is very secretive about how he manages the money because it might make some people be like, he takes certain risks that other people might not. And he's done it for so many years that he thinks this is fine. I don't want to freak anybody out. And so I really believe she doesn't know. I don't know why I'm giving her that grace. I just think she doesn't know. The person I see there, yes, she brags. Yes, she's whatever. And yes, a lot of people say she was the mistress and took the married man from whatever. I don't know about that. But I don't think she would steal tips from people. I just don't.
No,
Why is that? I don't think it.
I don't believe she did that either. I don't believe that she would be a part of that. I do think that she's genuinely a nice person, and I do genuinely feel bad for her because I do think that she doesn't know how to have friends.
Right.
But my problem comes in where if you're going to say like, oh my God, look at what a good business person I am, then you don't get to be like, oh my God, I'm blindsided by this. You know?
She hasn't said anything because this hasn't been discussed. Most people don't even know that this exists. This is the first anybody hears of it.
Well,
the
good.
people that were there, they decided not to film it because it was noticeable,
I am grateful that you are going to be getting us another complaint letter.
Yes, I probably will. But honestly, Ace, what am I saying?
Yeah.
Somebody sent me this. I am telling you what I know that is happening in court. And I am telling you that I'm not sure that video is that, but the people that were there wanted him to be served there, and he didn't show up. And so the circumstantial evidence really tracks, but I can't say 1,000% if that's true. And there is nothing defamatory about that.
Why was the person filming, though? The person filming had to know what was coming.
The person filming is one of the former employees that
Gotcha.
knew what
Okay.
was coming.
I didn't know for sure it was them.
No.
Okay.
He had, according to this person, total hearsay, he had been evading service of process. And this is the reason he didn't show up to his own Christmas party. This is a party, they for sure have a Christmas party every year. And he is the head of that company, the CEO of that company.
Right.
He would normally be there. It's also suspect that he wasn't there because of a dinner. You reschedule a dinner when you're 200 or 300 employees or more.
Yeah.
This is the party. So it does track that this is potentially true. But again, I can't guarantee it. It certainly looks like it.
If it looks like,
Quack,
I don't know
quack,
the saying.
Quack.
If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a rooster. That's how it goes. Guys, listen, it felt good to be back.
Wait, we haven't talked about the big reunion reveal. The reunion
Oh
reveal.
my God, yes,
It's
yes,
so
yes.
big. Okay.
Okay.
So we got the reunion.
Can I tell you my theory?
Yes, please tell me.
My theory is that Julia and Adriana, a little something, something.
But I said that to you a long time ago. That's not your
Oh, you
theory.
did?
Yes, I told you.
Oh, okay.
So let me tell you.
I don't remember where I hear anything.
I started with that theory.
Okay.
I started with the theory of they were in a relationship at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
The reason I thought that is because the way that they, even from the beginning, right? The way that they interact socially, there is a sexual undertone. The way they look at each other, they hold the gaze a little too long. The smiles, the touchy. So
that's what people say about us.
there's a familiarity between them that had a little bit of sexual undertones. So I thought that. Then I said it to somebody, I don't remember who, and they told me, absolutely not. That's not it. Absolutely not. So then I said, okay. Then I discovered that it was between Adriana and Julia because Larsa, I knew it already involved Adriana, and because Larsa said that it was with somebody sitting at her couch. So
Okay.
for a second I thought it was Marisol, but there is nothing that would happen between Marisol and Adriana that would be shocking. The relationship.
Also, I don't want it to involve two friend ofs.
Right, but also there isn't that kind of relationship. It's always been very superficial. And
Right.
then I said, okay, I'm going to go down the path and do as much research as I can. So I started checking the court files, divorce records. I checked immigration stuff. Maybe she's
Holy
not a
shit.
citizen. I checked bankruptcies. I checked everything you can imagine. Okay?
I would hope that in the state of the world that we are in right now, if you found out she wasn't a citizen, you'd
I
just
would never
keep your mouth shut.
Of course I wouldn't say it, but I thought
Good
maybe
job.
that was it. I would never say
Okay.
it. Maybe she's not actually divorced to Frederick. I found everything. I found when she was married to Alex's father, when they got divorced in 2007, the custody agreement when she got divorced from Frederick in 2020, the quitclaim deed of the property. I thought maybe her property was in foreclosure. Her property is not in foreclosure. It's in her own name. It's not like some man is taking care of her. So when I exhausted all that, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm never going to figure it out. So I took a gummy again.
Okay.
Okay. And when
Yep.
I take a gummy,
As one does.
as one does, my brain, I think on a level that I don't think regularly. I think I access parts of my brain that are not available to me like right now. And I
Okay.
just sat with that and I started thinking about this thing between them. This thing that I felt the first time Julia came on the scene. The way, the body language, I thought, there's something between them. There is something between them. Oh, I also looked to see if, I thought maybe she had had an affair with Martina or that kind of stuff, but there was just none of that. I looked at Julia's past, something with the kids, the adoption, well, it's a closed adoption, but like the things with her daughters, all that. I ruled out everything. And when I rule
You
out
put a
everything,
lot of effort into this.
I did. For you guys. That's how much I love you guys. And for me, because I'm a psychopath and I want to know, like, don't
course.
tease me with shit and tell me, oh my God, Andy fell off his chair. I didn't see that coming. It had to be big. And so I'm back to where I was in the beginning. And now I am certain that Julia said to Adriana or said to them or revealed that they had had a relationship as lovers.
Wow. So
I am
that was the
1,000%.
that was the biggest runaround to go back to the first idea.
But I wanted you to understand
yes,
why
no, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the work.
My gut
Yes.
told me that, and I should always trust my gut. I was right. The second this was a surprise, I said, oh, it's that Julia and Adriana had whatever.
Do we think that it's like they fucked around one time? Do we think that this has been behind Martina's back? Do we think Martina watches? Where are we at?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I think that it wasn't a short-lived thing. I don't think it was a one-time thing. There was
Okay.
too much, like, you know what I mean? When somebody, like, leans their body into you and that kind of stuff. Look, I don't know.
No, nobody does that to me.
Okay. So that's what I believe. Of course, there is something on the other side, right? Something Adriana said to her. So I think what Julia said to her is she revealed this sexual relationship that they had had once. I'm not even surprised about it. I'm sorry, Adriana. I know you've told me in the past that you don't like pee, because she has said that. Pussy. She has said that to me.
Okay.
Maybe she
You
doesn't
shouldn't
like
say P because penis and pussy both start with P.
She said she didn't like
V.
pussy. V.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Okay. And so, I don't know. I know it's that. I know it. And then I started thinking, what could it be that Adriana gave her? I don't know if some memento
Syphilis.
I don't think it has anything to do with their relationship, because in the scene, in the clip, we see Adriana storming off And she said to her, that's bullshit. Like when she said, like she pretended that it wasn't true, or maybe it isn't true, but that's what she said to her. And I think Adriana's thing with Julia has something to do with either another man or another woman, because she's been accusing her of having wanted to get rid of Gertie on the cruise because she wanted to sleep with Captain Sandy. So
Yes.
maybe it's an affair with Captain Sandy. Maybe it's a man, because we know that Julia has been caught kissing men. So I think it's all about sex and with each other. And then she discloses that Julia had something with somebody, man, woman, the goat. I don't know.
I'll tell you what. I just finished Hunting Wives.
Oh, me too.
Hell yeah.
It
I'm
was
down for
filmed
that.
here.
It was?
Yeah. I know it
Wow.
looks like
You learn
Texas,
something
but it
every
was
day.
filmed here, yeah. And they're actually casting here for that show.
Oh, perfect.
Because
I'll go. I'll be
they're
there.
doing a non-scripted version of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, sign me up.
God, to me, it was too porny.
I've never in my life said something's too porny.
I know, but like if you're watching porn, it's porn. But then it's kind of a little bit porn, make-believe.
No, because here's the thing. Nobody told me that there was an actual, like, mystery element, storyline situation with it. I thought it was just like, oh, we kind of hook up when our husbands aren't around. I didn't understand the point of it. So it was a good storyline. And then all of a sudden, cherry on top, I'm now watching, this woman get eaten out while rubbing her tits,
Let me tell you something. And guys, if you haven't watched Hunting Wives and you plan to, this is a spoiler, but I do need to ask Ace. There
Okay.
was a question, okay, that I was left with.
Okay.
If the person that murdered wasn't Jill, why was
Right.
she acting so suspicious the whole time? Why does they never explain that?
Oh my God, you're so fucking right. Why did she do that?
I don't
Why
know.
did she clear off her GPS? Why did she
Right.
rub out her car for so long?
Yes. You're not CIA like me.
No, because I was like, clearly she did it,
Yeah, clearly she did it. But then what happened? Like, suddenly it's somebody else? That's a really disjointed story. Usually when you see something on a
Right.
show that they show something, they're going to come back to that later. Like when she
Yeah.
said, I can't wear that. Like she can't wear a tampon. Remember?
Yes.
I said, what was the purpose of that? And Ken was like, nothing, whatever. It's like, no, they made too much. It was too deliberate. It has to come out later. And it did come out later. Which,
Yes.
So I don't understand the Jill part. I need an explanation. And if it was
Oh
a
my
cliffhanger,
God.
it was lame. Because she's dead.
But maybe we're going to find out that she was doing all sorts of other crazy stuff.
Well, I mean, she was in love with her son.
Oh, big time.
Did you see how she looked at his penis when he was getting out of the shower? And how she got turned on with the breastfeeding when he was born?
Yeah. She's fucking crazy.
So creepy. She was on Jeff not long ago.
Also, really quick, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City premiered a week ago, and then we had the second episode this week. First episode was a little bit of hijinks, but second episode, tits a-blazing.
Oh, yeah.
Greatest show of all time. I will die for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yeah. I like them. I'm upset that Brittany Bateman is not a housewife.
Me too.
Because we love her and we would die for her.
Yep.
The first episode, Casey, she talked about how she didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I like the show. I like it. And
I love it.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Also,
Does anybody else notice that Lisa Barlow is blinking a lot more this season?
12 threads on each side.
She's just like blinking and blinking and blinking. You can tell something is going on with her. Oh, and the big thing going around is that Lisa wasn't there because she was still, she said she wouldn't sign
Negotiating
her
her
contract. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that happens.
I wish they would just say that though. Just say that. I like
mean,
that
look,
element of the show.
I know there's a lot of breaking the fourth wall, but I think that's excessive. I don't think you like it, but most people wouldn't want to even know that.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah. But I can see that. She thinks she's a huge star.
What
But
great
no,
television.
It's a good
That's
show.
good.
It's a good show.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, I don't know if you've seen everything that's happening behind the scene with the upcoming 20th year of Real Housewives of Orange County. Everyone is reconciling. Vicky and Tamara are talking by text. They haven't had a phone conversation yet. Kelly Dodd, she's open to it. And they just, what do you think about that? I asked Kate, and she said she doesn't need to see any of these people again. Do you think that for the 20th year reunion, they should have some of these women back? And if so, who?
I just feel like I used to be one of those people who was like, bring Vicky back. But the Vicky I wanted to come back was the one who was dating Brooks, was the one who was screaming about the family van, who was unhinged. The Vicky we got was the Vicky who was like, I can't be around this fighting. I don't like that anymore. So no, I don't need that at all.
I feel like she still has some of that in her. I do. I feel she
I
has some
hope
of that
if
in
she
her.
did, then I would be open to that. I'd be
Yeah.
open to discussions,
Yeah.
to negotiations. You know who I would love to have back? And this is a crazy one. Lynn Curtin.
Lynn Curtin is doing the rounds. I just sent her a message
She
because
is-
I want her to come on.
I'll say this because she wouldn't have made it this far into an episode. She is so off her rocker, and I love her for it.
Yeah.
She was a one-time wonder. I would love to have Lori back, but not like I need to see Lori's life. I need to see the rich, the fame, I need to see all of that.
I mean, this is not the same show, but Joyce from Beverly Hills, that's somebody
Yeah.
I'd like to, because she has such a great life, too. She's going to come on the show soon, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think that it would be fun to see some of these people, even if it's just for a few episodes. I don't know.
Like a reunion style.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the 20th year should be celebrated. I think.
Oh, for sure. Everyone's celebrating it. Dawson's Creek just celebrated.
Yep. I know, with the song and stuff. I remember the girls watching that. Okay, so we've got a 3-part reunion coming up.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I love a reunion.
I know. And I feel it's going to be good. I may be wrong, but I think I am 99.799
Okay.
accurate.
That's good enough for me. Good enough for me.
I have considered every other possibility in the world, and there's nothing else it could be. I even thought once, which was a horrible thought. This is a horrible thought, but I don't think it's that something about the baby that Julia had and something, that the nanny did, that maybe it wasn't the nanny. It's awful. I know it's awful, but I just want you to know where my brain went. And
right. No, but I was there earlier too. We've all been there.
Yeah. So it's all these things, and I am telling you, this is the only thing it can be.
Okay.
So
I'm here for it.
For one, am glad that Stephanie's coming back.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. Well, I don't know
I
if she
didn't know
signed the contract, but she got a contract.
Okay. Gotcha.
I want to see her back. I really do. For whatever reason, if she comes back and somehow they get past all this stuff and we see her in her new house that looks nothing like the ex-wife's house and a $650 million, development in Dubai, I will applaud it.
I really think the good thing about Stephanie is she will watch back this season and be like, fuck, I really did talk about my money too much. I can't do it next season. And I just need to get in there and fight. That's what we want.
Yeah. She addressed that, and she said that she wasn't bragging, that she was just living her life and all this stuff. I don't think she's the type to admit she made a mistake because, she's an alpha, like Alexia.
Oh, yeah.
Alpha.
Yeah.
But I do think that her glow up is going to be, number one, we're not going to have as many suits. It's not, she's not going to look like she's about to do a TED Talk. And I think that we're going to see a softer kind of Stephanie. But I think I hope she really shows the badass aspect rather than the results of the badassery. In other words,
You know
money.
what? I hope that they pull a Real Housewives of New Jersey on us, and they bring Stephanie's twin sisters on, and we go into the family drama of that because
Maybe
I
they
know.
will. I don't know if you
that'd be
saw
great.
at the end. It said
Yes,
that she's talking
to
to
one.
of the twins. Yeah,
And then she goes on to really belittle them and say, "I only need one. They're
One,
identical."
identical. I know. God.
I'm sure that went over well with them.
My God. My God.
Guys, thank you so much for being here at Reality Court. Sorry it was such a long episode, but we had so much to talk about. We had to, we had to go through it all. We had to get through all this bullshit. Don't forget, leave us a 5-star review, nothing less. If you're on YouTube, only nice comments. Top of the pyramid comments are about our looks. If you think we're hot, that stuff goes to the very top of our favorite list.
We are getting some nice reviews, and there was somebody the other day that she loves. I don't know if it was the one from the UK or the one from Canada that said she loves, Ace being gay and Anna recovering from her stroke, and it's you guys have no idea. First of all, of course, it helps us every time you take the time to write a review. It helps us, but also. It makes me so. I look at it and I swear to God, I'm very emotional, and it's it makes me feel so good. Like when people say,
you know what? I love it because I realize how creative people are.
Yeah.
Like people are funny when they write stuff.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that because they think about it.
They think about it, but they're also, we found our people because they get our humor.
Yes. That is true.
And so I love that. I feel like we already have a little family with our listeners. So
look at us go.
Look at us
guys,
go.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for showing us your tits this episode. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Herdat. And as always, thank you, Beyonce. We appreciate you. Court is officially adjourned. Goodbye.
Goodbye.